Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Your Friend David. Your Friend David is a show in which I openly discuss my own personal issues or anything else on my mind in hopes that it encourages you, the viewer, to feel more comfortable doing the same as well. Today, we have our second guest on the show. It is Anthony Bullard, aka Ant Cash, aka Abul, aka Thumbelina, because that's what you play Monopoly as, right?
I'm always the thimble.
Ant Cash, welcome to the show. It's great to have you.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you. And how long have we known each other?
We've known each other for about 2 years or so, just about.
Yeah, we met at Wood River Village.
Retirement home.
Good job. Juniper now.
It is Juniper now, but we don't discuss that.
And we don't. And when did we start hanging out?
Probably after a year of knowing you. We weren't super close for the first year because I wasn't working with you that much because you were over on the other side and I wasn't up there yet.
Now we're friends. You coming here for like a year now.
Acquaintances.
Play some just acquaintances. Play Monopoly and whatnot. But yeah, it's good to know you, and it's good. My audience is going to get to know you too. I had a good week. How was your week?
Pretty decent. I worked most of the week, but it is what it is.
Yeah, 2 3-11 shows this week, which was phenomenal. Great experience. And it's the first time, I had seen them twice before, both consecutive summers at Festival Pier. These are my first 2 shows outside of Philly, so it was a considerably better experience, because concerts in Philly are just, I don't like Philly people. I don't know how you feel.
It's how Philadelphians are.
Yeah.
It's how it always is. Sports are the same way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was really fun.
The one had the silver freestyle machine. I still want to know if there's anything special about that or not, or is just the color.
My friend Ed and I, we went to White Castle before and after the show in Montclair, New Jersey at the Belmont Theater. They performed. That's like North Jersey, about hour 40 minutes from here. The White Castle had the Coke freestyle machines. They're usually red. These one, it was silver. And I think we actually determined that they were trying to make it white to fit the theme of White Castle.
Oh, okay.
That's what but Ed got a special drink. I forget what it like cherry, some type of like cherry limeade high C. It was like really good. Well, I brought you here today to discuss music. Mm-hmm. You know, I just went to these 311 shows. Great experience. I'm still hype on them. Like, they made my week considerably better. I mean, I didn't have a bad week, but just the feeling I have from seeing my favorite band live, like, that's honestly the happiest I've been is when I'm seeing them live. Especially got front row, got a signed poster. There's no better experience than that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start off by talking about my love for 311. Mm-hmm. It's been discussed on the show probably a couple times. But 311 is such a positive influence on my life. Such a good, like, I'm happy that I found them. And I've only been a fan, like, I'm a huge 311 fan. I would say I'm as big as someone who's been a fan for maybe 20 years. I know a lot of the words to the songs. Like, I can rap all their songs, which makes me happy. But 311 is just real, for me, it's a mindset. It's just being positive. Like, not worrying. My favorite quote I plan on getting tattooed is, I always say what I feel, and that is a promise. Nothing in life is above being honest. And there's just so many, so many quotes that I can think of. In their song Jupiter, stay positive and love your life. Just these quotes that mean a lot to me. They keep me grounded, whenever I'm feeling stressed out or having a bad day, upset. I can put them on. I know they'll make me feel better.
Yeah.
Like, extraordinary, changing my mood. Especially having seen them live, like, I liked when they're going on tour. There's a page on Facebook called 311 Couch Tour, and they'll broadcast most of their shows live if there's somebody going to the event and they're a live contributor. So I mean, when they're on tour, like almost every night or so, they'll be I'll be able to watch them live,
at
like
least
the shows, and
some sort of viewing device.
Exactly, and it makes me so happy. So I love the summers, even when I'm not going to their show. Like, because this summer I'm gonna try and go to 2 or 3. Because I mean, last year I wanted to go to Asbury and Philly. I only made it to Philly. This year I'm definitely gonna try and go to Asbury, Philly, New York show, maybe Baltimore, because that's pretty close to here. Mm-hmm. And I brought you here. I want to talk about your life in music because your life kind of revolves around music. You rap.
Yes.
You rap under the name Abul, which I addressed you as earlier in the show. Would you mind discussing a little bit about that? You know, how you got into that, maybe what influenced you, your favorite artist?
Okay.
Talk about that.
Well, it's really music has been just a part of my life ever since I was born. My parents are huge music fans as well. Mm-hmm. They're avid music listeners, and they have given me people that I still listen to this day from when I was younger, and I share new musicians with them when I find new people. My mom listens to a lot of things that I listen to, and so on and so forth, so it's nice that we can compare same type of genres in music. Mm-hmm. And I do rap. Hip-hop is my main favorite music. Yeah, it's my favorite genre of music, but I also enjoy everything on the spectrum, everything besides country.
Yeah, you have a wide variety of who you listen to all music. And for the record, I don't only listen to 311. They're my favorite. I listen to them every day. But actually today I listened to the singers, Nick and S.A. while I was driving. I listened to they both have side bands, Nick Hexum Quintet and Los Delirians. And like it's just like they're just really good core musicians. So like they don't those side projects sound nothing like 311. They're like Nick Hexum's band sounds like just a soft adult rock, just very mature. But it's such a soothing. It's such good music. Mm-hmm. Just perform, and that's great. And then Los Delirians is Essay's band. It's more of like maybe like a 70s or 80s style, like funky, like classic rock. Like it was like because we're local, Bucks County, WOGL, that radio station, like oldies. It's like that, but it's just
that's awesome,
dude. It's great. His music is great. So I don't just listen to 311. Listen to Chili Peppers and Incubus, like stuff in the same realm. Though I don't really have an expansive taste in music. Eminem, maybe like that's about the only rap I listen to.
Of course. Mm-hmm. I mean, he is the most selling hip hop artist of all time.
Is he really?
He is.
I did not know that.
He like outsells everyone else by miles. He's
that's
the
insane.
highest selling hip hop artist of all time. Every single one of his albums, I think, has at least gone double platinum.
Wow.
And like out of the U.S. too. Like he sold double platinum outside of the U.S. too. I think it's insane.
Wow. What else should we talk about? You rapping.
Yes.
Now, when did you start doing that?
Well, as I said, like music's always been a part of my life. When I was younger, I used to write comic books, kind of like I used to write stories when I was little, and that progressively I used to also draw my own cover albums. Like I would take albums that like I listened to and I liked, and I would take the CD case, take the cover out, and cut a little like piece of paper from a piece of printed paper, and I would make my own album, and I would draw it with like crayons and stuff.
That's
and then
awesome.
put it in for the front of it. I've been rapping along to lyrics since I was 2. My parents have videos of me rapping along to like Jay-Z, Nas, Wu-Tang, like a bunch of different people, because that's what I grew up on. Mm-hmm. My mom is a huge 90s hip hop fan.
Okay.
And that makes sense that I grew up on it because I was born in 97. Mm-hmm. So that is also, I guess that's why that's my favorite year of hip hop. Like Biggie, Nas, Tupac, main 3, obviously huge. Everyone knows who they are. But like Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, just any run from that generation. I just love the beats. I love the drums, the hard hitting, just East and West Coast sounding. Like Dre's synths and bass beats were just so thick and amazing back then. And I love just the beats in general from that. So I started writing music seriously though, freshman year of high school. Mm-hmm. And that's when I released my first song. And when I first started out, I was just taking well-known beats that have already been made. We're just searching the instrumentals to it on YouTube and just basically doing a remix to the song with my own lyrics on it. After freshman year, I dropped my first song. I dropped a few more, and then I took a break from sophomore to after I graduated. Actually, I didn't release any more music.
While you were in high school?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I only released music my freshman year, and then I didn't think I was mature enough yet. I was still 16. I didn't think like I had enough understanding of life yet to actually put value into the lyrics that I was writing about. I didn't think that it was time. I think it was good practice because a lot of my friends that I hang out with have seen the improvement, and a lot of people that I know that I rap with have just started rapping this year, and they're always constantly saying to me like, wow, like everything you write is just like so clean, like when you go to record stuff, it doesn't take you a bunch of takes. And I tried explaining it to them that I've been recording and writing music now for 5+ years. It's not like this is also my first year doing it along with them. I've just been doing it by myself. I've constantly been writing, even though I haven't been releasing everything. So they're like, I want to know like how, when you go to record, how come you can do your verse in one take and like you don't have to punch things in constantly? And I'm like, because I've been doing it for plenty of years. It's just something that you get used to after you start recording yourself and start hearing yourself play back. You understand, you kind of find your voice a little bit. And that's what I was kind of trying to do. I wasn't very happy with the first few songs I was putting out. I didn't think they were bad, but I thought I could be better. So I kind of just took the break to work on myself first before I released anything else that I thought had any value to it. And then after I graduated, I was working full-time. I didn't go to school right away. And music has just been always a huge part of my life. If anyone knows me from middle school, elementary school, high school.
Just a constant in your life.
Just constant, always. Headphones were always on. I have 12,000 songs on my iPod. And like I said earlier, hip-hop's not just the only thing I listen to. That's why I'm happy that I listen to plenty of other things. Like Brand New is my favorite band of all time. Brand New is amazing. They're a very small local band, though. They're from New York. Not many people know about them, but they're one of my favorite, and they're kind of like a post-hardcore punk band. I really like the Distillers a lot. They're like straight punk. My mom's boyfriend put me onto them. But I also like Linkin Park. I really like ska music. I like Big Real Fish. That's what they are, right?
I think it's a Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish? Thank you,
Yeah.
Zach.
I don't listen to it often, but I do like that kind of music, and I've always been an avid listener of that. I went through a huge EDM phase and dubstep phase. I still like it. I don't listen to it often, but I can appreciate every genre of music, and I'm glad that I listen to it because I feel like it helps me become just a better writer in general.
Better artist.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. I think that's really awesome where you, freshman year, when you were starting to write music and make music, you knew then, like, I'm not developed enough yet. Like, you have an experience. I think that's really cool, and I didn't know that about you. So you're a close friend of mine, and I'm still learning stuff about you while we're sitting down here recording this. And you said your mom's boyfriend got you into
The Distillers.
I just have to say, I went to Aunt's house one time to play Monopoly with his mom and his mom's boyfriend, and it was probably the best Monopoly game I ever played because your mom's boyfriend and your mom too.
Yep.
They're both 311 fans.
Yes, they are.
So we played a whole game, a farm Monopoly, and he put Grassroots on, and it was it was amazing. I was so happy because that's my favorite 311 album.
I know.
My favorite album.
Yeah, because I told him that you were an avid 311 fan, and he was like, yo, no way. So then he was like, well, since I know you love Monopoly, like, we always just listen to music in the house, too. Like, if I go home tonight, they're going to be blasting music before they go to sleep. Like, we have a huge band room, because he's in a band, actually. He plays the drums. And he came over, and he was like, yeah, we'll blast music while you listen to it. And he went in, he didn't even, like, say anything. He just put on 311, because he knew, like...
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And you just released a new song recently.
Yes.
All right. What was that song?
That song's called All Love, and it was a song that was very personal to me, just in general. It was a song based on a lot of current state of the U.S., and I felt it was stuff that I had to speak on. Most of my friends I grew up with, and a lot of my friends that I hang out with all the time, are not of the Caucasian race. And hip-hop, and most people know it, is not a Caucasian genre of music. It has been slowly growing towards it with more prominent white rappers that are coming out. Like Eminem was a huge influence to it. There you have Mac Miller, you have MGK, you have Yellow Wolf, you have Kasky, you have a bunch of new ones that are coming out that are helping like Caucasians see that you can, but it always will go back to being a Afro-American genre, and it always will, and I respect that, and I know that it is. And the song talks about me understanding that I will never be able to see life the way that they see it, because I will always, throughout life, go as a Caucasian male. I will never completely understand what they deal with on a day-to-day basis, because it will never happen to me, and I speak on that. I spoke on how it's kind of hard for me to also realize that I am making music that predominantly was not for me. And I was also trying to tell people that there is racial injustice that is still going on in America today. Even if it's the slightest bit, there still is one incident that I had was me and my friend, he's Dominican. We were both going to Bucks. We were driving home the one day from college, and we both lived in the same neighborhood. And we were driving home, and it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There was no traffic, so we were driving home on the highway, and I passed him, and I sped up. I was doing like 10 over the speed limit, but there was no one on the highway. It was just me and him, and I just like was joking around with him. I was like, yeah, like I whipped you on the way home, and he was like, yeah, but I just didn't want to get stopped by a cop. Like, you never know what could happen.
Yeah.
And that right there just made me realize, like, I didn't even think about that. I don't think things about that. Like, if I get pulled over, like,
because we don't have to.
Yeah, because I don't have to. So that's just what the song I wanted to explain, that there is still injustice today, and it's not fair, it's not right, and we need to unify, we need to fix it. I speak on our current president, who I am not fond of, because even if people don't want to admit that he is or is not racist, there is plenty of his followers that are and like to promote that all the time. And I'm not saying it's him in particular, but I am saying he has made segregation a huge issue.
Absolutely. He's almost brought it back.
Yeah, he's made a huge debate out of it yet again, after we were so close to moving beyond that with Obama as president. But I also say in my song that I'm not the first one to speak out on this, and I don't deserve the praise for it, because I don't deserve the praise for this, because there's been plenty of African American rappers who have been talking about this for years and for decades. Like J. Cole has plenty of songs about it. He performed a song called Be Free on David Letterman that has to do with this. Kendrick Lamar has plenty of songs that deal with it. Joey Badass just put out a whole album that's called All American Badass, and a bunch of songs on there have to do with the injustice system of him and what he's gone through. So I don't deserve the praise for saying it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that people will be shocked by it because they're finally hearing it from a white person's mouth.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, that people are going to be surprised that I'm saying it, and they're going to act like it's new, but it is nothing new. People have been saying this, and I'm just trying to bring some light to that issue.
It's an amazing song. It's an amazing message. I think that what you bring is great. You know that you're never gonna know what they experience, what they go through, and I like that you openly admit that, you voice that, and you made a song and you say, look, like, I'm not the first person to come out and say this, and I'm not gonna be the last, but I think we need more people like you to be a voice.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome.
Just the way you look at it is being quiet wasn't helping. And even if you're not one that's being vocally prejudiced, your quietness is still just as bad, because you're not helping or standing up for anyone. And I just wanted to stick up for my friends that have always been there for me and have always held me down. And I felt like I needed to make this to show that I do appreciate them sticking with me and like supporting me, making music and doing all this, because they always tell me all the time, they're like, oh, like you're gonna succeed, like you're the best one here, like everything you write is always so good, it's so perfect. And I just always appreciate that they view me for me, not my race.
And honestly, I could say the same thing about you to me, which is one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on the show, because and honestly, like I'm very grateful and very appreciative to have you as a friend, because every Sunday after one of these episodes posts, you always message me maybe like before 4 o'clock, which is like usually less than an hour of time before these episodes go live.
As long as I'm off, as early as I can view it.
And it's amazing, and I thank you. I'm grateful for it. And one last thing I'm going to ask you is, what influenced you to get into rap in the first place?
Just the first thing I want to say, the reason I always message you is because I know how it is to create a product that you're giving to a viewer of audience, and I would want someone to do that for me. And if my friends are going to be there for me to always give me feedback and listen to my songs, I should be willing to do the same for them if they're trying to pursue something that they want to do. What influenced me to get into rap was in middle school. Rap is when I first kind of started expanding my taste beyond what my parents listened to and what they influenced me. And now I listen to almost every subgenre of rap there is. Like, I listen to Lil Uzi, you know who he is, and like the Migos. I listen to Lil Durk and Lil Herb from Chirac. Like, Lil Herb's new album is fantastic. It's one of my favorites. I like Big Sean, MGK. I listen to Yellow Wolf. I really like Yellow Wolf. I listen to YG. I listen to the oldies. Like, every subgenre of rap and rapper out there, I have probably listened to at least once in my life, and I do or do not have an album by them on my iPod because I like that because I can talk to anyone about rap, because no matter what subgenre they listen to, I can say to them, oh, I listen to them too. I'm not one of them that's like, oh, you don't listen to like real rap, you don't listen to Nas, so like you're fake, like you're just a poser, like you don't even listen to real rap. Like, no, I'm cool. Like, if all you listen to is the Migos, that's fine. I can talk to you about that because I listen to the Migos. Music has always been kind of like my guidance in my rock. I've always told people I feel like I've learned more lessons out of music than I've learned from school or family or from anyone else in my life. Music has taught me the most valuable lessons in my life and has shaped me to be the person that I am. I contribute all of my aspects to music mostly. So what really like convinced me to start rapping was I wanted to create music to make people feel the same way that I did when I was listening to music and how I felt. I wanted to empower people and encourage people and give them the same feelings that I had.
Now that's a great answer, and it's an answer that I'm very familiar with because that answers how the show came to be. I loved watching YouTube content, Kind of Funny or Colin's Last Stand, other video games like Giant Bomb, Up Up Down Down, wrestling, another big influence on me. And it just, when I watch these or when I listen to 311, how I feel, it's just like I wish I could make someone feel the same way that all of these artists make me feel. And yeah, so that's a great answer.
I always try to tell people too, like answer. When people try to tell me like, yeah, I don't really listen to hip hop, like it's not my thing, like I don't think it's good, like so on and so forth, reasons why they don't listen to it. I want to say that 9 out of 10 times I can always find at least one hip hop song that someone will like, because I will ask them their interest and I'll be like, listen to this song then, and I guarantee you that you will either relate to it, you will like it, or it'll be up your alley, because I just know so many. And that's also one of my favorite things to do, is to talk to people that don't know much about it and just give them lists of who they should listen to and be like, you need to listen to this, 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 and this then.
That's awesome. And again, great conversation we just had here.
Yeah.
Awesome conversation. And ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for another segment on Your Friend David. We like to call viewer fan mail. And this week, that's not really. All right. Envelope here. This week we have a letter from Matt Christmas. No, that's not right. Matt Chrisman, mailing this in from 676 Rosewood Ave, all the way from Trevose, Pennsylvania, 80085. And look at that, a fresh, exclusive Wawa stamp, because he works at Wawa. All right, let's see what Matt Chrisman has to write. Matt Chrisman writes, why is Captain America the best superhero of all time? Well, Matt, I'm Matt's a very big Captain America fan.
Yes,
I think he has like 18 Captain America shirts.
He's got
a big Captain America shield on the back of his Jeep.
Yeah.
Matt, I don't mean to burst your bubble or anything, but Captain America isn't the best superhero of all time. Do you want to know who is the best superhero of all time?
Superman?
No. You won't name him. He's not affiliated with Marvel or DC. The best superhero of all time is none other than John Cena. This man is a real-life superhero.
This is true.
Captain America might be a close 4th or 5th. I mean, you got Batman and you got
Batman is pretty cool.
Batman's awesome. I think Spider-Man's better than Captain America.
No.
Cool. No,
I wouldn't put Spider-Man.
We can agree to disagree.
Okay.
I know my friend Ed's a big Daredevil. His favorite superhero.
Does Wolverine count?
Wolverine.
That would be my answer.
Yeah,
Wolverine would be my answer.
All right. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments what you like or didn't like about this episode. Please feel free to share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed to us, please subscribe to us at DBW Universe on YouTube. And Ant, where can people find you and your music at?
You can find my music at SoundCloud/Abul Music, Abul_music. You can follow me on Twitter at Abul Music or Anthony Bullard. Either one has my updates on it. I have an Instagram page. Don't really use it yet. Haven't really gotten started on it, but you can follow that at Abul Music. And I also have a Facebook page at Abul Music if you want to follow me on there too.
Awesome. And as you already know, you can follow us on Facebook at DBW Universe and Twitter at DBW Universe, Instagram at DBW Universe. You can follow me personally on Twitter and Instagram at David Caskey. You can add me on Facebook at David Caskey. And be sure to swipe right to me on Tinder at David Caskey. Thank you all for watching. I hope all of you have a great day and a great life.
My thoughts been heavy lately. Can't finish a verse, there's way too much pressure lately. I've been laying on my ass, thinking about my past, thinking about my future. Where's the spot I'm gonna finish at? You ain't iconic till you changing someone's way of thinking. All this politicking got me thinking that I wanna drink it. Give up, who's gonna listen to the white kid who listened to more Eminem than I did? That's ironic and it's starting to eat me alive. Every time I say I rap, these people thinking that I'm lying. Oh, you wanna rap, you wanna be like Shady, right? Boxing me in corners saying I'm gonna be Vanilla Ice. Too bad, cause I'm spoiled by my skin tone. Already several levels ahead of my bros. And they know it's all love and respect, but it's fucked with the system, the way the dots connect.